know those thumbnails with money numbers and eye-catching graphics that get millions of views? Well, guess what? After this tutorial, you will be making them like a pro in just 10 minutes. Hey there, in this tutorial we'll design a professional thumbnails that will make your videos stand out. So let's start. So first we are going to open up Photoshop and create a new canvas with the size 1920 by 1080. Next I have added a dark background here. So this background was actually generated using AI with the prompt that you can see on your screen right now. Then we'll add our thumbnail subject and remove the background from the subject. And we'll perfectly position our subject on the canvas. Next we'll add a camera raw filter to our subject. You can see the settings right here. We'll create a new layer, then press Alt and Backspace on our keyboard. This will turn our entire layer black. Next we'll select that layer and choose screen from the blending option. Then we'll click on effects and select the gradient map option. Here's the secret. At the first point, we'll select black, and at the last point, we'll choose white. But here's where the magic happens. In the middle, we'll have 2 points. At one point, we'll select the dark version of whatever color we want for our background glow effect. And at the last point, we'll pick the light version of that same color. Now we'll hold down the Alt button on our keyboard and click right between the gradient map layer and the black layer. Next we'll select the black layer and create a new layer. Now we'll select the brush tool, or here's a quick shortcut. Press B twice on your keyboard to get the brush tool. Here's a game-changing technique. Hold down Alt and right-click your mouse. Now if you move the cursor to the right, your brush size increases. Move it left and the brush gets smaller. But wait, here's more. Move the cursor up to decrease the brush hardness and move it down to increase the hardness. This one trick will save you so much time. Now we'll reduce the brush hardness a bit and also decrease the brush size. Then we'll zoom into the canvas and very carefully brush around our subject. Here's the thing, this technique gets better with practice, so don't worry if it doesn't look perfect on your first try. Next we'll select the smudge tool and then very carefully brush over it. Then we'll create another new layer and increase the brush size while reducing the opacity and flow. We'll brush over our subject. hold Ctrl on the keyboard and click on the subject's layer mask. Set the foreground color to black, then press Ctrl plus A to select all, followed by Ctrl plus Shift plus I to inverse the selection. Then we'll brush it in perfectly. Now we'll select the rectangle tool and create a box. We'll move this layer behind our subject. Then from the properties panel, we'll make the box rounded, exactly like I am showing you here. Next we'll add some text and the Google Pay logo. And here's what makes it look authentic. We'll add text like received and now to make it feel completely realistic. Then we'll select all the layers inside the box and group them. The keyboard shortcut for this is Ctrl plus G. Next we'll duplicate that layer by pressing Ctrl plus J. We'll select the duplicate layer, make it smaller, and while holding Shift and drag it downward. We are adding another box below, just like this. Then we'll select the bottom box layer and create a new layer. We'll set the foreground color to black from the keyboard, reduce the opacity a bit, and select multiply from the blending option. Now we'll create a shadow effect, exactly like I am doing here. Next, we'll select each box layer one by one and click on Convert to Smart Object. Then we'll go on Filter, select Blur and choose Gaussian Blur to add that perfect blur effect. Now the background has become a bit too bright. We need to darken it. For this, we'll click on curves from the effect section below and bring the curves downward to make it darker. Then we'll click on the white color mask and press Ctrl plus I from the keyboard. Finally, we'll select the brush tool and brush exactly where we need it. Then we'll select the rectangle tool and create a box. We'll make the box slightly rounded. Next, we'll select the pen tool and create a shape exactly I am doing here. Then we'll create a new layer and press Ctrl plus Enter from the keyboard to make a selection. Then click Alt plus Enter to make the shapes white. We'll select that layer and drag it downward. Then I will add some effects. You can see all the settings here. Next, we'll select both text and the box. Then click on Convert to Smart Object. Finally, we'll select that layer, press Ctrl plus T from the keyboard and click on Warp. Now we'll bend and adjust the layer to get that perfect result. Then we'll press Ctrl plus Alt plus Shift plus E from the keyboard. This amazing shortcut will merge all the layers we have created into one single layer. Next, we'll convert that layer to Smart Object. Here's the finishing touch. We'll add a camera raw filter by pressing Ctrl plus Shift plus A from the keyboard. Now we'll create another new layer. Press G twice on the keyboard to select the gradient tool. Then we'll choose the option from the basics. Here's where the magic happens. We'll position the mouse cursor at the bottom and drag from the bottom to top. This will add some beautiful depth to our thumbnail. And finally, our finance thumbnail is ready. To save it as a JPG, we'll press Ctrl plus Alt plus Shift plus W from the keyboard. Set the quality to 7 and hit export, and there you have it. Your professional finance thumbnail is complete. If this tutorial helped you level up your Photoshop skill, smash that like button and let me know in the comments what type of thumbnail you want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe to the final effect for more amazing Photoshop tutorials.